I don't know, back in my RPG days, I read up on stuff like this, like remote mind-altering transmissions, use microwaves to change the brain chemistry, can aggravate people and make them docile. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we're back with another episode of 2B Hero X. We come back as we normally do with notes and a board, so let's go look at that board real quick, where we have the board changelog. I added Lu Li, DJ Shindig, Daz Yong, Wang Nu, Lu Tong, Li Yan, and the Mysterious Stalker. I connected Lu Li to Lu Tong and Li Yan with a blue line. I connected Lu Li to Da Zong and Wang Nu with a green line. I connected Wang to Tong with a green line. I connected the Mysterious Stalker to Wang and Lu Li with a red line. I connected Da Xiang to Tong with a white line, and I connected Da Xiang to Wang with a green line. Those are the changes, despite how poorly I probably screwed up everyone's names in hindsight. Anyway, on to notes. Just want to say that it's not beyond my notice that we have an orphan named Lu, and now a Lu family. Of course, we were introduced to him around the same time we see Lu Li as a child as well, the same year that Xian became the Sacred Maiden and that Queen graduated, as per the scene of her hearing the speech. It's interesting that when we see Lu Li at the start of the episode, clearly later on than when we flash back to her as a kid or first making her suit, that she has such a low trust value. More than that, though, that it's affected by other people's judgment on how cute she is. I mean, we knew that trust value is people's belief in the person, and the whole episode focuses on her trying to get away from what people are thinking, or how she's just some cute girl. But the fact that it's working against her in this way is something else. Since this seems to be after the setup for her character that we're going to go through, I think this probably matches my commentary about Magic Shadow, as they mention in his autopsy that he was mostly just cybernetically enhanced or something. The element that villains without any trust value have other things backing them, well, this seems to be our hero version of that. I mean, I can't really blame Tiger. That's a childhood playground affection if I've ever seen it. He shot his shot. Obviously, it didn't work out for him, but at the same time, at least he tried. And at his worst as well. FOMO broke ties with DJ Shindig, but the news report also mentions that he was at the top of the charts before, meaning he's a former ex. Also, the newsline says that he's been unknown for many years. Missing or hidden? It says question mark, implying that his showing up at the end of the episode is his first appearance in quite some time. Assuming the stalker isn't chasing after Wang for no reason, and just excusing the creepier reasons offhand as they would explain themselves if true, why then would he be chasing her? We see in her intro scene that she's wearing a badge from the lab, so probably heading home from there. Maybe it's associated with that somehow? Also, despite all of his skill, speed, and strength, he's following her cautiously and at a distance. Plus, he only stops fighting when he sees Loli's face. I think the show wants us to think it's the cuteness thing, that he's stalking one cute girl and leaves because of another cute girl, but I'm feeling a red herring in all of this. In fact, why does her father only notice that she's making inventions after she gets home from making a suit? Like, I think I said during my reaction, I think the stalker might be her dad. For what reason? I don't know. But the timing is a bit too much. And he's also the one that took a notice of Wang at the reception desk, and so maybe there is some meaning in him promoting her and then following her. Maybe Wang is a bit nefarious and Tong is using her in some way. Obviously, it's still just episode 1 of this arc, so the details have yet to be fleshed out. Mens et Manus means mind and hand, also the motto of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, otherwise known as MIT. I'm sure more people have heard of MIT than the full name. Lux et Veritas means light and truth, also the motto of Yale University. I don't know if these mean anything. The fact that there are two mottos used in real-life institutions and being used here in the show. Throwing it out there. So, Glimmer Lab is finally revealed. I thought before that these were going to be the people behind the Spotlight organization, or something like it. Having our main character of the arc be here in the first episode of the arc makes me think that we'll uncover some shady shit. Let me just try and piece some things together, though, before it's too late. By too late, I mean revealed. Lolly is 16 in 39 AC, meaning she was born in 23 AC, the same year that Sion's plane crashed, and that guy was claiming Glimmer Labs might be tied to it somehow. The next year, DJ Shindig tops the ranks of the tournament, and then went into hiding. Now we have a professor of Glimmer Lab and his family, plus 2 kids working at Glimmer Lab, plus his daughter. One of them has a stalker following her. Loli developed a supersuit in the basement of her house using her dad's materials, and her mother never did anything to stop her, despite clearly knowing she was messing around with something down there. I didn't put this in my notes anywhere, but I'm making a note of it mentally right now while I'm talking to you. The material her suit is made of is also something special, which Wang brought up when she was messing with it. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but the fact is that her dad brought it home to test it out with stuff, I guess. So, something to something. All of that together, here's the crazy mess I'm going to throw at the wall. What if Lolly's mom is DJ Shindig, who got pregnant with her and decided to go out on the top before quietly retiring? Which is why she didn't say anything about what Lolly was up to, as it was basically her daughter following in her footsteps. What if she was also, in some way, responsible for the plane crash? What if her husband knows, or is an accomplice, that he is the stalker, and the reason he's stalking Wang is because Wang is actually tied to that guy in front of the FOMOS offices back in Sion's arc? That she's a reporter of some kind trying to get information from the Glimmer Labs about what happened, and Tong moved her around in order to keep an eye on her, then stalked her to make sure of what she was doing when she left. That's what's swirling around in my head right now while writing these notes and trying to connect everyone and everything together. I'll admit, on top of all of that, my mind keeps drifting back to the last scene that we saw with Sion and Queen, which was the kaiju-looking thing. It's like, is that an artificial creation? What was that thing? Because we've never seen anything like it before. And finally, my last note. I typed all of that out and instantly had a new idea. Wang's dad died when she was 3, or at least she says. What if her dad was DJ Shindig? If she's 18, and that's just a guess, then he could have died the last year DJ Shindig was present. I'll admit that I probably don't believe that last note as much anymore, because I think when I wrote it, I was thinking, well, what if Wang is DJ Shindig? But obviously, I think I had that thought, paused, wrote the note out, started playing the episode again, and then Wang is in the building when DJ Shindig shows up. So it's like, oh, that can't be right. So I deleted the back half of the note. I mean, I'm admitting it to you now anyway, so no point, but I erased that half of the note and then just threw out the parts that still made sense. Anyway, keep in mind I'm still keeping a log of the timeline to try and keep everything in pace. It hasn't revealed anything to me yet, but still doing it regardless. Other than that, though, that was the board. These were the notes. Nothing left to do but to hop on in and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
This is going to be the stalker. Now I wish I had paid more attention to what the spot in the basement looked like. Because I'm thinking this is just a poorly illuminated shot from the basement. There's a gift there. Oh, same day. Okay, the creepiness. I was thinking same day because she sounds drunk. Oh, there's a bunch of gifts on this table. Yeah, okay. Again, I keep thinking... sorry, I'm about to describe the opening for those of you on YouTube who aren't going to be able to see this. All the white lines forming up together. There's something pink in the middle of all that. You can barely see it when the animation starts, but it all comes up together and it forms around it, and then it seems to form something else that gets thrown into the air. I mean, I've already done my breakdown of what I think the opening is telling us. Oh, didn't notice the guy playing the guitar before. Never mind, guy playing the guitar. Obviously, that must be Sion, so not a guy playing a guitar. I think everything is going to lead back to Nice. I don't know how, but everything I feel like is leading us back to... Well, I mean, most everything leads us back to 39 AC, which is what, 39, 40, 41, yeah, 3 years, 2 or 3 years before the first story arc that we got, and we haven't matched up with the current timeline ever since. We've gone further back and then up our way up to 39 AC. So I think between 39 and 41 AC has to be whatever Nice got into that caused him to kill himself, and that we're going to encounter afterward. Okay, the last scene that we saw before DJ Shindig shows up. And obviously, I think they're going to be a couple. Although I don't know how age-appropriate this actually is. Okay, is the stalker going to show up to protect them from DJ Shindig? Again, I'm thinking red herring, misunderstanding, or something's going on. Okay, so he's got some sort of weird power of, like, mind control or something? I don't know, back in my RPG days, I read up on stuff like this, like remote mind-altering transmissions. Use microwaves to change the brain chemistry. Can aggravate people or make them docile. It's an actual real technology, by the way. I'm not, like, making shit up. Oh, Rock. Okay, so Zach is the leader of FOMO. That guy. So I get confused with everybody else, apparently. And by this time, Rock has already left FOMO. Although I guess to be fair, Shand also left FOMO. Wait, was it Shand that left FOMO, or was it Mickey that left FOMO?
倒是前段时间看新闻才知道，英雄狂欢彻底跟你们解除了合作关系。
他是那个时代的产物，也是 FOMO 平台上诞生的第一个英雄。当时谁能想到一个 DJ 竟然
Yeah, that's what threw me off before. They talked about FOMO as a platform, so I wasn't aware if it was a hero agency or not.
这个记录至今还没人能赶超。
Assuming that's still the person inside the helmet, that defeats my theory about who they are. Though I will say the element of the helmet makes me also doubt that that's who's actually in there. Oh, maybe I am right. Maybe there is microwaves. He's heating that shit up at a distance.
所以和狂欢解除合作，也算是风魔走完了第一个阶段。
我当年就跟你说过，不能让英雄在平台上野蛮生长，还是需要严格的管理和控制。
但那样也就不可能客观公正，也不符合人人皆可成为英雄的初心了。
是人人都有了机会，但这些草根们翻车的丑闻，难道不是在为英雄这个称号抹黑吗？
It's certainly a theme of the show, isn't it? Everyone can be a hero. Everyone has a chance. Although Rock's forcing his chance. Oh, Mickey. Shand.
不好意思
Other two guys.
迟到了。
这么晚召集几位，是因为从去年开始的研究项目第0号有了突破性进展。这个项目一直是在秘密进行中，我们才这么临时的将大家召集起来。关于
you just
项
said
目的具体
breakthrough.
内容，还请罗彤博士向大家解释。
之前在70区福利院发生的破坏性事件中，我们提取
Oh, the
并发现了一
particles.
种物质
Yeah.
恐惧。我们将它存放，并进行了为期1年的研究。
外面发生了什么呀？别管那么多，把门都锁好，绝不能让试验样本泄露出去。通知联合会了没？设备加热已完成。
Does he think that he's safe because he's in a suit? Like, no exposed skin, so... Did we finish Lolly's suit so that she can rush in here and help? No.
是那个变态，他是冲我来的，就像你教我的，我要去直面。
I mean, it makes sense. You're drunk, and it is evidence-based.
我现在无比冷静。
She's drunk.
让身边的人跟我一样受到威胁。可恶！实习的临时卡怎么连仓库的门都刷不开？
I mean, you are locked in the room with all the devices and your own suit. Oh yeah, I mean, everything is in the last place you look. It'd be crazy if you kept looking after you found it.
我不管你处于什么目的，一旦里面的东西溢出，这里的人，包括你都会完蛋。
那你倒是告诉我，里面藏了什么好东西？
I love that helmet, by the way. I don't think I ever said that. It's the disco version of Rorschach.
就让你亲手为我打开它。
我梦，我是不会听你的。放开！我知道也不会告诉你，就不告诉你，就不告诉你。杀了我呀！
I have to say. I mean, he's still resisting, even if it's taking a hold on him.
有什么事冲我来？
你是谁？难道为我慕名而来？怎么，见到我反而有些紧张了？
个变态，戴着这么恶心的头套。
I thought she was just gonna crack him and like knock his helmet open. I mean, yeah, you gotta admit, this is fucking out of the blue for him.
们骑士的目光，垃圾玩意儿！你个斗船我都能看清你猥琐的眼神。
I mean, you're out here doing like your super secret plan, and then someone rushes up and accuses you of something completely different.
你给我把话说清楚，谁疯了？谁疯了？不是你天天缠着我吗？要不也是你把我逼疯的。
找死！谁允许你给我起绰号了？我。
Also, if you were trust-based, this could ruin you.
给你起绰号怎么了？
Right? Because if your power is trust-based and someone accuses you of being a stalker, you would sap all their power.
这不正好可以做一轮实战测试？
出事了！微光实验室遭到袭击，而且还接连发生多起爆炸。
什么？
Well, I mean, specifically, the guys in the middle of the lab called you before anything, right?
现在还不是很清楚。
事态紧急。
I guess they didn't. I guess he cut off communications.
英雄过去进行增援，偏偏这个时候出问题。
Oh, are we gonna get a team up?
我将情况发布到 FOMO。
省省吧，还嫌不够乱吗？
New Soul.
让他跑一趟。
Oh, okay, that's not it.
看来，严格的管理还是做不到完美的控制。
他为什么会跟其他？
He didn't hang up. Is that what I'm hearing? Just thought it'd be the perfect time for a team up of everyone but New Nice. I mean, he's not going by Nice anymore, but you know what I mean. You know, this actually works completely against her. Her new suit is kind of cute.
小妹妹，你这身装备真挺贵的，穿在你身上挺浪费的。
Okay, it is him. Completely ruins everything I threw out there.
原来长这样，老娘可认清你了。格列，好好教训他。
Also, don't say that to anybody, really. Anyone who's a threat.
怎么样？
More a reason for them to kill you.
第一的英雄能为我打造战衣，真不知道你该有多光荣。实在不愿意。
Again, I love how she got it to mimic her facial features underneath.
情愿为我疯狂。听着节奏多可爱，跟我一起嗨起来！嘿嘿嘿嘿。
你在干嘛？
She muting the outside volume or something?
嗨起来，造起来，随着我来摇摆，跟上我的节拍，执行你的手一起。
So I guess it's not microwaves then.
你个头黑，摇头晃脑，哪像个英雄？还抽签排名第一，真是把英雄的脸都丢尽了。
我刚才怎么了？等，够了，别打了，停，别打了。
说，你为什么要破坏这里？为什么要一直骚扰诺诺姐？
刚才是他先骚扰我的。奇了怪了，为什么我的能力对他无效？虽然信赖值已经大不如前，但还是个
Yeah.
小的数字。
Which would, again, like I said, if his trust value was his source of power, then a rumor would ruin him more.
小姑娘，别欺人太甚。虽然狂欢的能力对你不起作用，但是对我而言，它仍是强化的精华剂。
So good vibes. I guess that's why he can keep some trust value. The people he entraps feel good about it. So so his trust value doesn't go down. It's a pretty cool fight, but again, he looked way better with the disco ball on his head. It was a cool look. Oh, gonna get knocked into the fear thing. So I'm assuming Ghostblade is actually going to show up, even though they couldn't get in contact with him, because Ghostblade is going to be afraid that his stalker target is going to be in danger. And it's inconvenient that she couldn't do it herself. I swear I saw the word death in whatever combo was in there. Is that a rocket bat? Not great. I mean, for him, obviously, bleeding out the mouth. Now, there we go. Like I said, gonna knock ourselves through the fear. And, you know, a specific set of people around here are not in suits. I mean, as horrible as this is, kind of don't know what to think about the previous scenes. Like Boa, who's just sitting around with the stuff floating around her, kind of made it seem like it was invisible to her. But they're visually recognizing that it's around. Yeah, I guess those are commission guys. The golden stormtroopers behind him. Again, it seems like he cares. Again, I was just been wrong this whole time. Because it's clearly her dad and this guy in the same scene together, so 100% wrong. I mean, to be fair, she also knocked the guy into the fear stuff. So if not for her, also the problem. Oh, cool, we get your dad exposed. The fucking material you were researching, my guy. But I mean, it's basically she grabbed like a handful of Ebola and was like, do we care about this? And then put it in the guy's face. Yeah, DJ Shindig missing.
它是我在很多年前外星飞船陨落中采集来的。当时的研究
Fucking aliens are real now. Okay.
但却忽略
I guess maybe that explains the kaiju thing
外星
out in the
物质
desert.
可以无视我们这个世界所有的能量规律，包括恐惧，甚至信赖。
什么？这样不就等于信赖值所带来的能力也就无效了？不可思议！
利用外星物质可以隔绝信赖或是恐惧的特点，我们就更有机会将它们提炼成可生产的药物。所以
Yeah, I guess
我希
a
望能
third
赶紧出
power
发
system?
去飞船的残骸进行秘密的勘察行动。
So maybe this is where Spotlight comes from?
感到好绝望啊！我不要被人遗忘，我是狂欢，我可是最快登顶联合会排名的英雄。
Are we at the alien ship?
我按你说的做了，也发现他们在搞什么勾当了。快，想想办法，别让他们再折磨我了！求求你了，求求组织，给我点亮一盏明灯。
One Spotlight? I thought Spotlight was the organization.
罗彤，
Unless he's being Spotlight is in the fame.
好，我即刻就出发。
但你还得去完成一项更重要的任务。
Okay. So much more fucking world building going on now. So a material that can negate both fear and trust. I imagine we're gonna make a army of commissioned super soldiers, or just like people shielded from it, to be able to fight the heroes and villains. I mean, why would you obviously fight the heroes? Many reasons, in fact. My first thought was when I was kind of blaming her for knocking DJ Shindig into the fear stuff, even though she was trying to help, is the element that goes back to the problem with what caused the plane to crash, right? They said 2 heroes may have caused that. The element that the... Oh shit, my brain stopped working. The fallout, essentially, of heroes fighting villains can cause other bad stuff to happen. And are heroes responsible for the fallout that they cause? It could be that heroes might stop caring about the fallout that they cause, finding the fighting villainy thing to be more important, or even just... I don't know. Seems like a lot of people get corrupt in this show. DJ Shindig, for example. Oh, or, God, Enlighter as another example. So, blaming heroes or causing heroes to be accountable for their actions might be a thing for which you might need something that can negate trust. But again, the idea is you would also have to coat somebody in it, in a suit, kind of like Lully. So, I don't know if they implied, because again, this would be a matter for going back to rewatch, if trust, like fear, is also something that comes from alien technology. Like, it seems like they don't know where trust value comes from either. Which I guess this is... Oh, God, I don't remember the name of the event was. The name of the event that caused the formation of the Commission must be the crashing of the alien spacecraft, right? It's either that or the uncovering of the alien spacecraft, which would, all at once, I guess, cause trust value to be a thing. Like, if trust value suddenly existed and before it didn't, I can imagine that being chaos, because it'd be, I don't know, there's a bunch of shit in comic books that are like this. The DC Comics MMO is that literally based on this. The idea that Brainiac shows up and then spreads something throughout the atmosphere that causes everyone to awaken the metagene. So, everyone gets superpowers all at once. Other extents, one of my favorite somewhat fantasy book series, Incarnations of Immortality, magic just comes back to the world one day. So, you have like, not poachers, people that hunt rare animals, hunting dragons with rocket launchers, that sort of thing. I could imagine that being the thing. I guess when I go back to take my notes, I will recheck what the name of the event was, because that's probably a clue. Otherwise, this is like one of the biggest lore dumps we've gotten so far. And it was like not even a big lore dump. It was just haphazard, like, oh, by the way, the alien spacecraft did this sort of thing, as we all know. Alien spacecraft. I can only think that maybe Queen and Sion are out in the desert right now as a cover for going out to visit the crash site. Again, the kaiju out there, don't know what that's about. Then again, I don't actually know where the alien crash site really is. I imagine if you sent somebody in the direction of it, they might actually know. So, but I don't know how public the knowledge is of the alien crash spaceship. Crap, they didn't give us any clues to the timeline either, so I don't have anything to put down for that. The only thing I know is that this stuff happening right now is 39 AC. And I guess I didn't have to record anything about DJ Shindig. Turns out he was just no different from that boxer that we got during the Nice story arc. Ghostblade, though, we got him, and he's the stalker, so not the dad. DJ Shindig wasn't the mom. I think I got everything wrong. You know how stupid it is to be in my head? I was literally writing down these thoughts, and I was like, oh god, I maybe shouldn't say this stuff. They're gonna think I cheated and read a wiki or something. That's how right I thought that I was. I thought I was on to something. And then 100% wrong. Alright, well, I cannot think of anything else that I have to say right now because really, again, the crashed alien spaceship was like the end-all be-all of thought processes for this episode. Also the element that I guess the commission is filled with a bunch of other people we haven't met yet. And then, you know, Rock, Shang, and Zack all came together. Although I guess technically this is like not our first time meeting Zack, but I think we've only heard him talk like once. So this is like the most we've gotten of Zack so far. And FOMO is both a hero organization and a YouTube-esque platform, I guess. Alright, well, pretty short reaction, I know, but unfortunately, I think most of this is going to come back up in the notes, because I do think I need at least the week that I normally have to think about this. More so how this changes the landscape of what I know, or how it doesn't. On one hand, it attaches motive, or rather, it unattaches motive. I thought the fear stuff was motivated by a group, namely Spotlight, or Glimmer Labs, but it turns out Glimmer Labs doesn't have anything to do with this so far. Again, I guess was it FOMO or was it DOS? Whatever the newspaper organization was during the CN arc, there was the guy who was blaming Glimmer Labs. It's either that or he said Glimmer Labs knew. Now, whatever small difference there is in that, I'm thinking about. The finger was pointed in that direction, and I already had my hand on Spotlight as a thing. So either it's just a thing now, like trust value is. I don't blame anybody for trust value. It just seems to be a part of the world. And now both could be two sides of the same coin, an alien coin. I don't know. I definitely feel like what we saw there at the end of the episode was Spotlight, though. That guy, I think I said in my opening breakdown, that guy felt like a Spotlight guy to me, or whoever's in control of everything, which I assume to be Spotlight. And then, not for nothing, DJ Shindig threw out the word Spotlight, but the element that he is a former entertainer turned hero confuses the hell out of me if he means Spotlight as in I want to be in the limelight, I want to be under the spotlight, or if Spotlight is a thing itself that can be given, and that this is the Spotlight organization because it's named after a thing. Anyway, I said I was done and I rambled on for another 2 minutes. That is the signal to end it. So, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you again next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?